Hi, welcome to Books to Boardrooms with Dr. Kiran. Today I have Mr. Zaheer Shaikh. He is the Chief Information and Security Officer at a leading one of the newest digital banks in UAE. Welcome, Mr. Zaheer. Thanks a lot.
Dr. Kiran. Thank you.
Now you are working as the Chief Information and Security Officer for a digital bank. So can you just tell me what exactly is the job role of a Chief Security and Information Officer?
Okay, good. The Chief Information Security Officer is responsible for the information security at the bank. That's not limited to the only information security. The person also is responsible for the cybersecurity. Like as we know, the cybersecurity, the buzzwords is going on in the market. Like everyone is more keen and concerned about the cybersecurity, where most of the applications which are getting developed, or the banking industry, e-commerce industry, or any industry, it's exposed to the internet. So there are means and checks and balances which need to be taken care of. There should be a control measure. So you need to have a control framework against which you need to set up your cybersecurity infrastructure, as well as the control measures into your organization. And also, this is not limited to the only having the control measures and the framework. You also need to assure like you are abiding to the regulatory and compliance framework also, the local authorities out here, like in the UAE, we have the NISA framework for the banking industry. In a similar world, if you go to the health and medical care, or that there is a HIPAA. So that's how it is. So you need to take care of it. So it starts from the cyber hygiene, internally as well as externally. Internally, when I mean to say for the employee, and externally to the end customers. So it starts from the cyber hygiene till the reporting to the board, and having the homogeneous environment across the infrastructure, the control measures, the board, the customers, the internal employees. So everything, it's a one you need to take care of as a Chief Information Security Officer.
So being a digital bank and dealing with people's money, I think one of the very important role, and especially as you told about cybersecurity. So I think in today's interview, I think I'd like to focus more on cybersecurity, because that's, if you look at some of the studies which shows that in 2020, 2021, there are close to $20 billion worth of cybercrime happened, and is expected to grow 50% more to around $30 billion in the next 6 to 7 years. That's an alarming number. So with all these things happening digital, so basically what is cybercrime, and how important is cybersecurity, and can you just throw some light on what's happening with cybersecurity as of today?
Okay, just for your information, like if cybercrime, if cybercrime is to be measured as a country, it's been said that by some studies that it will be rated as number 3 after US and China, as a number 3 economy in the world. Like that's how the major cyber crime industry has been expanding day on day with the threat landscape, which is because before it was only limited to the local infrastructure or data center. Now it's in a cloud. When you are in a cloud, you don't know where your data sits, where your infrastructure it is. But yes, you have some set of control measures on top of it, which you have to have the data residency, localize your data. You need to know your data footprint, your infrastructure footprint, like we call as a discovery of the inventory. You can't protect unless you don't know like where your data is residing. So that's how it is. So coming back to like the evolution of the cyber security industry, or the cyber criminal, everyone, like offensive is always one step ahead of defensive. Okay, so that's how they are able to take advantage of it. And most of it, if you see the loose couple is what I have seen, and I have seen in this industry, human trust human. Okay, most of the time the cyber criminal, they are always a human. They always look the loose caveat in your system, which is always a human, and they happen to send a spoofing email or the phishing email or some kind of push notification, where the person have to unknowingly or unknowingly they accept it, and that's it. Then the cyber criminal is in your system, and they know how to move lateral then.
So I think there's some terminology which I'll come to that. Similarly, when you talked about different type of threats, so there are something in cybersecurity called destructive threats as well as ransomware. In finance as a banking, so which sort of threat is more common, and basically can you just explain the difference between these two?
Sure. You see, the ransomware industry is also evaluating. Like initially, the ransomware, it used to be like it just used to lock your computer or lock your system and ask for the ransom, and they used to share, the cyber criminal used to share the passcode and the encryption decryption key, and accordingly they used to, the industry used to get rid of it after paying the ransom. Now it's not limited to the ransom only now. Like after that, like after attacking your system, after locking your system, the data exploration also happening. The data, the cyber criminal is taking out the data. They're asking the money or the financial gain for that data as well. It's not only giving the encryption key to you and that's it, you are able to up and running. No, they ask for the data, because the data is having its own pros and cons, like because there is a customer sensitive data, the PII, which we call as a personal identification information of the customer, because the customer can have a lawsuit against the organization if that data is exposed to the internet or data has been available on the internet, where the customer personal information, customer transaction and all those things are wide open to the on the internet available. So you need to take care of those all means and ways where not only the sharing the giving the ransomware amount and sharing the data and that's it, or encryption key. The cyber insurance has been evaluating as well in parallel to it, like where the cyber insurance industry, there are multifold to it. Before it used to be a part of the electronic equipment insurance. Now they have moved out. Electronic equipment insurance is one part of it and cyber insurance is another part. So and if you ask, it's going in millions.
So who take this insurance? The organization like you take the insurance, the customer should take the insurance, or it's a consumer model or a B2B model?
Yeah, see, it's anyone who is hosting the customer sensitive data where they are kind of regulatory abiding to the consumer protection law, the data protection law, and the customer sensitive data, financial data. It's not limited to the finance industry. The other industries are also who's having the customer card data, that they are also equally responsible to go with the cyber insurance, because to have the footprint, because when you get attacked, it's not only recording from the cyber attack, it's also recording from the legal proceeding, the data, the consumer protection data or the consumer data, all those things comes into the picture.
So to avoid all these things, you talked about cyber hygiene at the starting point. Okay. So can you just give a little background about what cyber hygiene and how organizations should ensure that there is cyber hygiene in their organization?
Yes, cyber hygiene, like it starts with the awareness within the. We do a reach out program. We do the awareness for the internal employees as well, employees at all the levels, starting from the junior till the senior executive. And also we do the reach out program for the end customers, where we send the SMS, we send the push notification, we send the email to the end customer saying that these are the standard practices or the standard guidelines which you need to follow. If suppose don't share your CVV with anyone, don't share your OTP, transaction OTP, and if anyone fraudster is calling, is that person is calling and asking for the OTP. Bank or any other industry never calls and asks for the OTP. So all these are the awareness. So these are the one of the basic steps, awareness, to build up the awareness from top down and bottom up. Like this is how the approach we follow within the organization. So this is the basic thing. Then clean desk policy. Day in, day out, you happen to have a lot of customer data coming to you and you're keeping on your desk and you just forget to pick it up and secure it somewhere at the end. So all this thing becomes a part of the cyber hygiene. Like if suppose someone is walking into your organization, whether your security are taking a control measure in terms of entering into the register, the who's coming, what is the purpose, is there anyone coming to escort the person, or he is just walking in your organization. These are become the part of the hygiene, the security hygiene within the organization.
So you talk, it's more like a proactive measure rather than a reactive measure.
That's correct.
So when it comes to cyber security itself, who are the parties or the components involved in the cyber security aspect of organization?
Okay, see, before it was looked as only IT function, the cyber security. It's no more the only IT. Like the business is more responsible, the board is equivalent responsible, the IT is equivalent responsible, the information security team is responsible. So it has to be the cutting across the organization. Like it's not only limited to the IT or information security team only. Like the awareness, the information security governance committee is also equivalent responsible for it, who define the framework of any organization, what the information security committee should be, what are the all initiatives, how to align those initiatives with your business goals, or the objectives, and accordingly take it. It's been said that don't boil the ocean. You can't secure everything. Okay, you need to do the risk-based analysis over there, and that's how you take it further.
So when you talk about the risk-based analysis, so what sort of risk-based analysis you do to ensure that your system is compliant with the regulatory authorities of
Right. See, most of the organizations, they go with the enterprise-wide risk assessment, where when this risk assessment is conducted, like they get to know what is the footprint of the organization, like how the landscape or where the business is hosted. Like big organization, they have the critical application, high critical application, medium critical, and the low critical application. So which is critical, where the consumer data sets, where the customer data sets or transaction, or where the financial elements are hosted. So that's become a critical for us. So instead of the boiling the ocean, like taking care of everything in one go, you need to secure what is most critical, then high critical, then medium, and then low. So this is how the risk-based analysis happens. Otherwise, the entire team or the organization will be exhausted if you start securing each and every element in a one go.
And most of the case, as you told, that the human element which comes into the picture when it comes to cyber crimes. So what sort of, you told that you send a lot of SMS and other educational messages to the customers to avoid these type of errors happening from their side. But what are the common sort of errors what you see from people's side, and what should the customers do to avoid? Because if it is an error from the consumer side, the bank is not going to support any of the financial claims. So what are some of the key things what a customer should be aware about, getting into this digital banking in any financial transaction? Because now you buy everything, even order food online. Your credit card is exposed to multiple, or debit card is exposed to for every action you are doing. So what will be your advice to them in terms of what sort of security they should be taking to not fall in cyber security issue for their personal?
A good question. Like day in day out basis, like the cyber criminals is looking for the loose loophole into your system, and here customer and the unaware customer becomes the first prime victim, where the cyber criminal happens to give a call to a customer saying that, okay, you will receive the OTP or something you must have received. We wanted to issue the additional facility. Don't go for the luring the cyber criminal. They lure the customer. They're saying that, okay, we are giving you some additional facility or some gift vouchers or something, like you must have received their OTP. Can you share it with us? And as soon as you share the OTP, stories end. That's it. Your account will be empty in no time. So never share the OTP. OTP is something for you only. No organization will call, or no one from any bank or any e-commerce industry or anyone may call you and ask for the OTP. Second, keep your card details sensitive. Like the people, they happen to share their the card detail or save their card detail onto many a website, and including their CVV or something. Like now, the control measures have been getting developed within a system that you don't save any CVV or the card secure code onto the system. So those things are from these applications say we are taking care of it, but still the customers need to be aware, like don't save your card detail, because if your card details are compromised, you never know what's going to happen. Like your card may be used somewhere in the Asian region for booking some some flight tickets on your name, not on your name, but using your card. So those things, those are the cyber hygiene. You need to constantly update your applications, your mobile phone software, so that you are receiving the latest security updates onto your mobile phones. Then if suppose you're getting the cyber criminal is calling you, just verify with the bank or verify with the organization if really the call which you're getting is a genuine. Genuine means really from the bank or really from the organization, because nowadays in this region, like you see, like whenever you receive any call, you get the name of the organization onto it. So if that name is not coming, so that means it's someone is taking the advantage of the situation over there and wanted to lure you and use your OTP and CVV to take the do the cyber crime.
I think so one of the important things what you told, as a bank, you do a lot of cyber hygiene, you inform the customers. There's a lot of things from the government side, they regularly announce through radios and other channels about the latest ways in which the cyber criminals are operating. But still, sometimes, as you told, when they're given an additional offer or they say, oh, you want something, people become greedy, and then they don't even think about all these things and get into that and then share their information, end of the day losing whatever the hard-earned money is. So I think the customer end of the day need to be aware. And the other thing what you told, very important in terms of saving the credit card details. Most of the people are they feel that every time they don't want to enter the details, so they just allow the saved in the site, and your application can be strong from a bank point of view, any bank point of view, but you're saving it in a website which, and sometimes these are all websites from outside, you don't know their authenticity, how they are taking that information. So I think, yes, I think everyone should be aware, because it's your money end of the day, it's not, the bank's money which is going. So when you talked about again the cyber security terminology, some of the terminologies is, we call the spoofing and the phishing of information. So what basically is spoofing and phishing, and how does it is related to a banking activity?
Okay. See, the spoofing and phishing is getting very common. It's not only limited to bank now. Bank, maybe bank, it's more happening into the finance industry just because the money is involved over there. Like, but spoofing and phishing, like even the layman may get the email on their personal account with regard to the phishing, and suppose if you happen to click the link, and if you have saved the card detail onto your system, or your system is having some information, the cyber criminal has entered into your system. After that, the cyber criminal may come and the code snippet which come and sit in your system, or read all the data what is happening on your system, send these data feeds to the cyber criminal. The cyber criminal will see what benefit he or she may take out of that data. Okay, if suppose like with a normal person, they may not be able to do much the impact to it, because the money involved will be less. But if it's the same with the cyber or any financial organization, yes, the impact would be more, because the money which comes in, money which goes out is into the couple of times, it's into millions. So over there, that's why when it comes to the organization, it's more risky. When it comes to the private customer or the individuals, the risk is there, but it's calculated risk is less. So you need to assure, like never click any link which is advising you or asking you to share some details, or giving you few free vouchers or paid vacation or something like that. So no.
I think what you told is very important, because when I was working in the industry, there was a brand which was operating from India, there's a distribution who is operating from Dubai, and as you told that, the guy sitting here must have, or sitting there must have got an email, the content from either side, they clicked the link, they didn't realize anything, maybe the cyber criminal has entered the system. And when the transaction happened, I think he was going through the mails, and when the invoice was sent, there was a mail from the similar email address went to that, okay, now transfer the money to this account. And of course, there's a lot of mail exchange going on, and the accountant couldn't realize or verify that the money was sent from Dubai, but it never reached the destination. And then when they tried to find out, they couldn't even find from whose system it actually, the data got leaked, but the bank account detail was given was not. I mean, in fact, they opened a similar name for the customer in the bank account in some other country, and then the money, they lost the money in that. So I think everybody should be aware about what you click. You know, sometimes you don't see anything, but it's somebody taking control of your system.
Exactly. So here, like that's where the user behavior comes into the picture. Like the cyber criminal or the code snippets are getting so smart that they read everything. It see the user behavior, the end user behavior, how many emails are coming, how many emails are going out, what the customer is doing, banking transaction or anything, and the user behavior. Accordingly, the cyber criminal, they take the advantage of that user behavior, and to mitigate it, that there are good tools are also coming in the market to protect the endpoint, which are mostly on a user behavior using the artificial intelligence and machine learning, and but still the offensive side is one step ahead than defensive.
And being it is in an online, you know, you don't, even if you have UAE have a very strong cyber security laws,
exactly.
But still somebody sitting from outside is taking it because your data is all over the internet. Very limited action that even the UAE government can do, right? I mean, is that the same way?
See, that's why the new rules and regulations are coming about the data residency. Whatever you are doing, especially for the finance industry, whatever the business you are doing, ensure like your data is within the region. It's not going out of the region. So that's how you can have one of the Chinese wall over there to protect the data within the UAE region. If anything goes out, like definitely there are tools available which monitors and look into the data leakage and prevention activities. So data privacy law, which has been passed recently, and more details are expected very soon into market. So it's a law 44.5, according to data privacy law.
So these things will really help the consumers.
It will really help. It will definitely going to help.
And now, considering as I told you, everybody is using everything online, purchasing or banking transfer, everything is online. And cyber crimes are increasing, and then the organizations now have this designation of Chief Information Security Officer. I mean, you must be more on a strategic level, but there are a lot of people in your team working to ensure the cyber security is ensured. So, for the benefit of the students or the generation which you are looking to get a job in this category, can you share some thoughts on what sort of qualifications you look when you hire people in your team to ensure that cybersecurity, they know the things, what sort of qualification one should have, and so that they can get a job in this category? Can you share some lights on that?
Yeah, sure. The worldwide, it's a worldwide, the cybersecurity industry is increasing, and worldwide there are good numbers by Gartner, good numbers by other consulting organizations. So yeah, having said that, like the students need to look into the experience, first gain the experience, join the organization, or do the lab work at home or at some organization, like what is the SIM solution, what are the endpoint solutions, what are the cloud security posture management, how the security happens in the cloud, security happens on the on-prem, the data center, and the cloud. Gain all those knowledge, look for the certifications, do the networking. This is more important. The primary in this market to get in this market or any other market, to get the job, you need to have a good network. If you get a good network, you show your keen interest in working in the cybersecurity industry, you are asking, attending the sessions, the seminar, the panel discussions, listening to the insights of the experts who's there already in this market, and there are multifold to it. It's not a one-line answer like, okay, do this and you'll get the job. First is gain the domain knowledge. Second is look for the certifications. Third is have a good network. Reach out to them. Ask for can we work as an intern or can we work as an employee with you at a junior level. Gain the knowledge, and thereafter the industry is yours. Like it completely depends how keen, how deep you want to get into this industry. But because there are not only the CISOs, there are many other. Very soon there would be a data privacy officer, chief data privacy officer, also DPO, which will be coming in the market. So then that's how it is. So there are multiple verticals in this industry where you can gain the expertise, get your certifications, be in one of the top ladders in your organization, okay, as a security expert, and take the advantage. Like there are ample of openings out there in the market, not here only, but anywhere in the world. But yes,
I think, of course, this is one category. Every organization need to have a security, cyber security officer. I think that's a great opportunity, and of course, it involves continuous learning, as you told that, because these criminals are coming with new technology, so you need to be updated. Exactly. Thanks a lot, Zaheer, for giving a very in-depth understanding about cyber security, cyber crime, cyber hygiene, what one should do, the precautions one should take, what is the difference between spoofing and phishing, and the job roles available. I think I'm sure your session will be a great value to those who are looking from a student perspective to get into the career, as well as a consumer, that the risk of saving the data, risk of opening or clicking any links coming into in your email, and as an organization how much importance you should give, and then the importance of cyber insurance. Thanks a lot for touching all these wide range of points. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you, Dr. Kiran. Thank you.